It looked like a disaster for the Italians in Africa. British and Australian forces had captured valuable ports like Tobruk and Benghazi and reached El Agheila, deep inside Libya. El Agheila was a port. However, it was significantly positioned more than 500 miles inside Italian-administered Libya. Its capture was a huge loss to the Italians. But on January 8, 1941, Adolf Hitler offered assistance to Mussolini, his wartime ally. A balanced force of German armor, artillery and infantry with transport and combat aircraft began arriving at the port of Tripoli on February 12th. This German force was called the Deutsche Afrika Korps, or just the Afrika Korps. Freighters unloaded Panzer Mark III tanks, which were well protected and armed with a 37mm gun, as well as the Mark IV with a 75mm gun. Though the number of tanks available to the Germans was often relatively small, they were handled on the field with expert efficiency. The Afrika Korps was commanded by General Erwin Rommel, a tough and charismatic 50-year-old general who dominated the Desert War and won the nickname the Desert Fox. As an infantry officer, Rommel had won Imperial Germany's highest award for bravery in World War I. In the desert in World War II, he showed the same standard of courage by leading his troops from the front. Rommel and the Afrika Korps immediately went on the offensive. The first contact with the British was when a German reconnaissance patrol exchanged fire on February 24th at Nofilier on the Libyan coast. The Germans then hit the British positions at El Agheila on March 24th. As the exhausted British forces fell back, the Germans advanced deep into the desert. The British 2nd Armored Division at Mersa Brega fought for a day on March 31, but was forced back. Benghazi fell on April 4th, Dernar on the 7th, and by the 25th, Rommel had driven the British out of the Halfaya Pass and crossed the Egyptian border. However, he failed to capture the key port of Tobruk. He attacked the Australian and Polish-held port until it was fortified by Operation Crusader, a British counterattack in December. The port was reinforced and supplied by sea at night, and its successful defense was an epic widely covered in the British press. In early 1942, Rommel's forces were reinforced with 139 German tanks and 89 Italian tanks. On May 27, 1942, he launched an offensive that took his forces through British defenses west of Tobruk. He attacked from the southeast, an approach that was unexpected. Supported by dive bombers and artillery, his infantry broke through the defenses and captured the port along with 35,000 prisoners and vast stocks of supplies. Winston Churchill later referred to the loss of Tobruk as one of the heaviest blows I can recall during the war. Churchill faced censure in the British House of Commons. In Berlin, Rommel was promoted to Field Marshal.